How's it going there, everybody? I asked a question on my community page. I said, women, do you like a man who shares his emotions with you? After 803 votes, 75% said yes, I find it endearing, and 25% said no, it shows weakness. I watched a video a little bit ago, and a lot of the comments were pretty damning towards men and showing emotions in business settings, but also in relationships. A lot of the reasoning was, number one, the woman will no longer respect you. If you're with her and you're a guy and you show a lot of emotions, you show vulnerability, she's not going to respect you anymore. She's not going to look at you as a man. Number two was it can be used against you. It can be a tactic. So if she finds out you have certain insecurities, weaknesses, whatever it is, that's going to be used against you. She's going to use that to manipulate you, control you in the relationship. Here's the thing though. Here's my beef with it. Like, whatever your reasoning is, I don't like it. Because I feel like if you're going to be in a relationship with somebody, like, to me, I would say, what's the point of being in a relationship if you can't be vulnerable, if you can't show weakness, if you can't show your true emotions? What are you guys expecting to get out of a relationship? Like, what's the point? Okay? If you're not going to dive deep with another person, if you're not going to get as intimate, right, and as close to them as possible in the relationship, isn't that the point of a relationship? Again, is because you want to be closer to that person. If I wanted to have surface level conversation, I would go to the water cooler at an office party and talk to whoever is there. Okay, if it's the girl that I'm dating, I want to get to know her on a very deep level. And moreover, if I would want to show my emotions to her, I would want to show my vulnerabilities. And I don't want her to think it's some kind of a weakness if I'm going to do that. To me, I wouldn't think that's a weakness. I would think it's a strength because, again, it goes both ways. It's not just me dumping on her. I would want her to do the same to me. If she has problems, if she has weaknesses, insecurities, like, I want to build her up. It's like, to me, I think of it as more of like a team dynamic. Think of it like a soccer team, right? If you have a guy on your team and it's like, hey man, I really struggle with my left foot in passing. It's like, awesome, dude, you have that problem. Here's how we can fix it. Here's how we can address it. Maybe I'll pass to your right side more. Maybe we can do some drills, get that left foot a little bit better. I will help you with that, right? Isn't that the point of a relationship? Is to help each other, to grow closer to each other? So this idea that it's like, if you show emotion in a relationship as a man, it's a negative thing. I don't really like that narrative. And if that's the case, and if that's what other men are saying to each other, I don't really know what to do. Women, help me down in the comments. Is this true? Is it true? Because I know a lot of guys will say, oh, well, women will say one thing, but then what they really want is another thing. And it's true. You don't know what people really want because we don't even know what we want. That's why we have therapy. That's why we have psychiatrists, because you'll do something and then someone will ask you, well, why'd you do that? And you say, well, I don't know. It's like, because we don't even understand ourselves. But again, I have a hard time dealing with this. Like, again, like, to me, that's like the whole fun of being in a relationship, is having those vulnerable moments and like allowing yourself, allowing your partner to see that side of you that maybe you don't show other people. Again, otherwise, what's the point? Are you just in a relationship for sex? Is it just for cuddles? Like, I'm like losing my mind thinking about, like, okay, if I'm in a relationship with a girl and I can't talk to her about my emotions, I can't talk to her about my feelings, I can't be vulnerable to her. People in the comments are saying like, oh, well, just go to therapy or just go to your guy friends. It's like, awesome. All right. Like, now I'm hiding things from my partner. Now I have maybe issues or things I want to bring up. Maybe I have struggles at work, maybe struggles with my other friends. And it's like, I'm not going to bring those up with my girlfriend or my wife. It's like, I don't want her to find out that side of me, or else she's going to, not respect me anymore. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments, because I am like super conflicted on this. And if this is like a way that people actually think, and if there's girls out there that like respect you less for showing your vulnerabilities and your emotions, like, to me, I would say that's just not a person you want to be with. Like, if you're thinking like, oh, how are they going to use it against me? It's like, well, if a person loves you and cares about you, why would they use something against you? And it's like, sure, you could say, oh, well, once we break up, it's like, well, don't date somebody or don't be with somebody if you know it's only going to be temporary. Or if you know, like, why are you dating someone then? It's like, aren't you going to date someone to eventually maybe get married or eventually to make some kind of a long-term commitment? Or if you're just dating for funsies, then that would make sense. It's like, sure, you don't need to reveal all parts of yourself if you're just like casually hanging out with somebody, right? If you're not even hypothetically dating. And maybe that's me. Maybe I'm just old fashioned. Maybe I look at it and I'm like, no, it's supposed to be a team, right? It's supposed to be long term. It's supposed to be, building up that intimacy, building up that respect for each other. Because again, I feel like that's going to make, your love making all the better, is if you really, really knows this person and you really want to show them, it's like then all of a sudden it's not just, oh, this doesn't matter. It's like, no. Everything matters. It's like, I'm giving you everything, babe. Because it's like, we're in this together. And it's like, I want to be with you. I want to respect you. I want to help you succeed. It's like, that gets me excited. If someone was to say to me like, all right, now you're with this person, this is your girlfriend, don't talk to her about your feelings. I'm like, all right, well, I might as well die. Like, why? I don't know. I'm help me out here in the comments, because I'm confused that people actually think this. And if it's a thing, I'm like, why is this a thing? This is insane to me. It's really insane. I think guys should be able to talk to their partners about their emotions. I'm sorry if that's a radical take. I'm so confused.